You're probably wondering what you're looking at here. Well, I'll get into that in a minute. For anybody that's attempted the PS3 YLOD Fix, you've probably noticed in the video of mine that there's actually a lot of warpage on the board, especially when I go from the scene where I've heated up the processors and then I took that quick break and snapped back to the scene after it's already cooled down. You can see the board actually has a fair amount of warpage to it. That could be a problem for some people. That might be why some people are having problems getting this to work. What I've done, I've made a little jig that holds the motherboard into place. It keeps it from flexing. Now this is actually for an Xbox 360, but the concept is the same. I haven't made one for the PS3 yet because I haven't had to do a reflow in a while. But I want to show you what I did and how to do it, and you can use the same method for pretty much anything you want to reflow. I took an Xbox 360 motherboard. I laid it on top of this piece of paper, and everywhere there's a mounting hole, I traced a circle into this piece of paper. Even where the heat sinks went, especially right there. That's where most of the warpage is going to come from. Then what I did, after I traced those holes, I transferred this onto a piece of wood. I just took a scrap piece of wood that I had laying around, and I drilled a hole everywhere those pins were. And what this does, this actually provides a mount for you to keep the board up off the ground, and it also prevents warpage. What I did, I took some all thread. I bought this from Lowe's. I cut these equal length. I drilled the holes small enough that I could actually screw this all thread into the wood. Now, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can drill a hole bigger, but if they don't hold themselves in there, you'll have to put a nut on the bottom and the top just to keep it in place. Now, after you put these studs in, you want to take a ruler and you want to measure the distance between the base and the top of this washer. Now, what I did, I took two nuts, ran them together, because if you run two nuts together, it kind of locks them into place. Then I put a washer on top of those, and I did that for every pin. Then after I did that, measured them, got them the right height, you can simply take your board, place it on top. Now when you first do this, these pins aren't going to line up just right. You'll have to bend them and get them where you want them. But once it's in place, you just simply take another washer and place it on top of every stud. Then after you have the washers on there, you take a nut, put it on top of every one. Then I take a socket. You don't have to use a socket if you don't want, but I use a socket because it's a little faster and easier. And you just snug them up. They don't have to be tight, just make sure they're snug. And once those are all tight, you have a nice solid working area now. I very seriously doubt you're going to get much warpage from the heat doing this. That will actually allow you to get a better reflow, because a lot of times when these boards will warp, they kind of do a bowing motion like this, which will cause low spots on the outer side of the CPU and high spots on the inner side. I hope this helps out, and good luck.